The podcast you are about to listen to contains at least one of the following: strong language, disturbing topics, abusive opinions, generally things that aren't appropriate for little kids or overly sensitive people. So, if any of that stuff's going to get your nose out of joint, this is your chance to turn it off. Welcome to I Had to Say It, the podcast where I not only say the things I need to say, but the things I think you need to hear. And your feelings, they're not a factor. All right, everybody, so this is the free feeds version of the interview I recently had with Mike and Tabby of the Gray's Taproom podcast. It is the cleaned up, parsed down version that is going to be going out to the free feeds. And if you want the full, raw, uncut, uncensored version, which I know it's the idea that there's a censored version that goes up, but no, there are some things that maybe I just want for the premium members. You have to sign up for the Patreon. So I hope you enjoy this. I had a blast hanging out with Mike and Tabby like I always do. They're amazing people. They're wonderful. And if you're not checking out the Gray's Taproom pod, you're already missing out. You need to get your ass over there and do it. So, yeah, sorry this took a little longer to get out than I intended to, but here you go. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of I Had to Say It. Joining me today are the wonderful Mike and Tabby of Gray's Taproom podcast. These are two magnificent people who you have heard me speak about ad nauseum, and they are finally, after like 2.5 years of, we should really do an episode together, finally coming on the show, and it's not their fault, it's mine. I suck. They're amazing. I'm a derelict, delinquent degenerate. And Mike, Tabby, welcome to the show.
Thank you for
having us. So we make you nauseous, and you like to lick Derek?
Who's
Is that
Derek?
what you just
Are
said?
you cheating on me?
Close enough. I can't really, I can neither confirm nor deny nor refute said statements.
How are
That's
you?
okay.
How are you?
I
there,
am big, bald, and beautiful. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay, Tyler.
That's actually, I was thinking, I am the big, the bald, the brash, the beautiful, the oft-times bastardly. I am bigger and older and balder, so haha, I own that shit now.
Checkmate.
Actually, it was kind of funny when I did go on the Inner Idiot a little while back. I almost decided to just do it right over him. I thought about it. I was just like, I wonder if Tyler knows that I know the entire intro to the show.
We should all do it as our intros, just to fuck with Tyler.
Why
are they botching our intro?
It's like, wait, no, that's not. You're not Shorty. I'm Shorty. What the fuck?
He's not even bald. What the hell? He used to have long hair.
Wait a minute, Tabby, you're not bald. Yeah, that'd be good for a giggle. Anyway, so again, maybe you guys want to just, on the off chance that any of the people that listen to the show that I tell to go listen to you guys on a semi-regular basis haven't done it, why don't you give the people a little taste of, tell them about your show, tell them about yourselves, tell them how wonderful you are, and there doesn't sound right when I'm saying it, so.
I don't know if we're wonderful, but I mean, we're okay.
Oh, you guys are fucking awesome.
Pretty rad.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah, well, you're good enough for me too, and
Aw, thank you, twin.
if that's not enough, then, well, it'll just have to be, I'll have to work harder. I'll have to do better.
Oh, look, Aaron settled with us. How sweet.
Oh, please. This is no settling involved.
You guys are bros. We're twins. It's
We're
gonna
bros.
have to happen.
Tabby's my twin. We're just separated by a couple of years, but
And parents.
Yep.
and parents, yeah, and distance and
the
coloring.
mul-
I mean, I never had blonde hair, so that actually that's not entirely true. I was actually like a redhead and then a blonde, and then it just turned dark.
Mm,
So
and now it's white.
and well, now it's skin colored.
You're being modest.
Oh,
Oh, you.
yeah. Oh, you stop.
You're being a silly goose.
Silly. So you can find us.
Everywhere that you find all your favorite podcasts.
Yep. And
Spotify, Apple, even Google.
But if you head over to our link tree,
Everything's there, including our awesome Patreon that has a lot of cool stuff.
it really does. We put a lot of work into it.
Early access to the weekly show, 2 bonus shows.
Yep.
One
Yeah.
of them, we talk about the stuff that we might get canceled for.
And you guys
Say
pay and
words.
get it.
Yeah.
We say words.
Say
We say-
uncool words. at each other sometimes
We
even.
really do. We never go back and listen. We really
Yeah.
don't. We drop it
Well,
hard and
sometimes
raw.
I'll listen to it because I need a sober ear to know what was said.
Mm, I'm glad you do because I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to relive that one.
So far, so good.
Okay, cool.
We're a little bit over a year deep into that, so
Yeah.
so far so good.
So far, nothing that really required damage control, which is a good thing.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Knock on
We're gonna record that one next week, so
Yeah. wood.
we'll see how that goes.
Yes. Well,
There's always a first time for everything.
yes,
But
there
the
is.
first time could be the last time.
It could
Hey,
be.
they paid for it. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
indeed. Happy St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who are unaware, we are recording it as Sunday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Very solemn and somber holiday for all you amateur fucking drunks. Not like us professional drunks who, will get drunk because it's a Tuesday.
Yep. We
Ooh.
celebrate it every day.
That's right. Every day is St. Patrick's Day when you're determined.
Yes. if you have the right attitude.
That's right.
A real go-getter. We are.
Somebody that's determined and focused and concentrated and has no short-term memory left because of years of drinking. Wait, I'm getting kind of personal here.
Aaron, do you need to talk to someone? Are you okay?
No. I talk to my bartender every Tuesday, so it's all good.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep picking Tuesday. It's just
Because
On
it's
a
a
Tuesday.
random day. Well, I mean, it's after Monday, and you really kind of need the drink after Monday.
well, that's true.
Fuck that. I'm drinking.
Usually, I'm doing too much last-minute editing on Monday because that's just the way I do these things. I tend to put them off.
Same.
With everything else that's been going on. I try to get like recording done Saturday or Sunday, depending on what my schedule looks like.
Yeah.
And then Monday I come back with fresh ears and go, okay, what dumb shit did I say that I have to take out? And then believe it or not, usually it's not that I'm taking anything out. It's just the ums, the ahs, the you knows.
You know.
That is my big like vocal tick. I'll
Mm.
say every time I pause for my brain to catch up to my mouth. I mean, because believe it or not, I can go for a really long time talking and not say a whole hell of a lot. It's a gift.
You don't say.
Yeah.
What?
I actually had that conversation the other day at work. I was talking to a coworker, and it was a really interesting conversation because it's actually one of the coworkers I would be slightly more inclined to consider as an actual friend as opposed to just an acquaintance that I happen to work with. Like
Yeah.
really, really, really good dude. Generally, overall, good guy, really nice. And we were just talking about something, and he was kind of like, "Well, you're not going to come, because a bunch of people were hanging out in the executive lounge area and just chit chatting and all this. Dude, you're not going to come hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, my social battery is really low right now. I can't, bro." And he was like, "Well, okay. You sure about that?" He says, "You always seem okay when you get around people." I'm like, "Yeah, I know this might seem weird for how I generally carry on, but I really don't like people that fucking much." I mean, I have certain people that I like, and the people I like, I really like, and the people that I just kind of tolerate, I have to be in the right mindset to deal with these motherfuckers. And
Yeah.
today I'm not.
I understand that.
That's why you work in a warehouse.
Yeah. And that was kind of I was like, if I go around all these people right now, I'm going to wind up in HR. It's not a matter of want or need. It's a matter of gonna happen. And fortunately, we just got our HR lady like about a year and a half ago, a little before Christmas of 2022. Yeah, because it's the company I work for is not a small company, but it's not a huge corporation anymore. I mean, it is a corporation. It's decent. It's a respectable company and everything, but like we didn't have in like our ER or our HR was contracted out to another company that handled all the HR shit up until like November of like 2022. So we didn't have an HR person in the office like all the time.
Now you
And
do.
in a lot of ways it showed. Not
Are
a
you
bad
friend? them
not a
now.
bad way. Just it was a little more casual. And yeah, like this lady had been at the company for like 6 weeks, and I basically had a talk with her in the break area one day. And I was just like, look, I just want you to be prepared. At some point, I am going to be in your office. We're going to be having to have a conversation because I'm going to say or do something that is going to offend the shit out of one of these young people. And she's like, well, how about we just don't handle things that way? And actually, for an HR person, she's actually pretty cool. Like, she just has more self-discipline than I do, because she and I have had a couple conversations at this point where it's been a year and some change, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, no, she gets it. She understands what's frustrating about these fucking people. She's just better at dealing with it than I am.
I get that.
And I've used the whole, like, I'm a chef. That is legitimately an excuse for some of my behavior.
Yeah.
Because kitchens are just a different culture, and trying to adapt from that into the real world is hard.
I went to a college that was a culinary college, so a lot of my friends were baking and pastries, culinary arts, chefs, working at restaurants as chefs, and you guys are definitely a different breed.
Yeah.
I worked at a Pizza Hut once.
It counts. It's food.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
In the kitchen. In the kitchen. I was the manager.
Yep.
And I got fired at will.
You got fired at will. What'd they fire you out of, a cannon?
Yep. They shot me right at him.
Right at will.
Right at will.
Confused, screaming, and all. Poor guy.
Mommy!
Fire at will.
What did I do?
That was my Facebook post a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the fire at will.
Yeah, I was like, who's firing at Will? What did he do?
And then you get that
Will knows what he
clip
did.
of John Bernthal going, wait, no, wait.
That's lovely. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that was a conversation we had to have kind of early on. And so now when I say things like, I'm like, dude, I'm going to wind up in HR if this happens. They're like, are you really worried about it? I'm like, I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying I don't want to have to make her fill out paperwork. You know, it's extra work
you need
for
to get
her.
a punch card. You need to get a punch card. So like every time you go in to see her, she like punches it, and then like the 10th one, you get to go home.
10th one's free.
Yeah.
10th one's a paid day off.
You know, when I worked at Meijer, I had that.
You had a punch card?
Not a punch card, but I had X number of write-ups. I forget how many it was. But on the last one, it was, okay, we're going to suspend you with pay for 3 days.
Okay, see ya.
And
Thanks.
Score.
Right? Huh?
I was fresh off of having a weekend working in retail, a weekend off. This happened on a Monday.
Nice.
I was at work for 2 hours.
Nice.
So, all right, go home and come back on Thursday. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Vacation. Let's go.
I got a write up and I just cried after I signed it, and I've had one write up.
Oh, no, I've had a fair share of write-ups, but my weird thing is I'll work in a place for 6 years and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden I get written up like 8 times in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They're holding it in their back pocket.
No. Well, I honestly, I cannot. The one time that happened, literally, they brought in a new manager and the guy was trying to fire somebody and he just picked me because he made I say this honestly, he made a mistake. Like first week he was there, he said, "I want honest feedback so we can make things better around here."
Nope, you don't say that to Aaron. Even I know that you don't say that to Aaron. No.
Oh, he got a lot of honest feedback, and I'm pretty sure he didn't actually appreciate it because, like I said, he went out of his way to fire me. And then after he fired me, he tried to get me blackballed from the company, but I happen to know more people than him because I'd been there 7 years and he'd been with the company for like 6 months. So, and I and this guy was a general manager, and I had been a chef at the same company, so I knew like the regional director for the HR department, and I called her up the day he suspended me, and I was like, look, this prick's going to try and fire me. He's going to try and have me listed as a do not rehire. I want you to be aware of what's going on, so when the paperwork comes through, you can do what you need to do to make sure I'm not getting fucked.
Yeah.
And she was like, Aaron, you can't say that we're trying to fuck you. I'm like, you understand full well what I mean. He's got it out for me. He's being a douche. And sure enough, she called me up like a week later, like, yeah, he's trying to get you listed as do not rehire. I'm like, I know he is. I didn't do anything, that fucking prick. And then,
And then when they ask you why you said it, you tell them, I had to say
Oh,
clever. I see what you did there.
it.
No, actually, what happened was then he tried to get me to get my unemployment denied too. Said because I was being a willfully and deliberately something or other. I forget exactly how he phrased it, but basically he was saying that I got fired voluntarily because of my behavior, and I was like, "Okay, where's your documentation for this?" I'm like, "I got one write-up, and it was the write-up that you suspended me for 3 days for, and then told me to come back at my normal start time just to fire me in person." So
I didn't volunteer shit.
I was not voluntarily through my behavior asking to be terminated. And
it's not like you said, "Ooh, pick me."
yeah. Well, the funny thing was at the unemployment hearing, he brings in all this paperwork showing what a huge problem employee I am, right?
Yeah.
My signature wasn't on any of it.
Ooh.
Except for the write-up I got when I started at the company 6.5 years prior.
Yeah.
And the write-up I got fired for. Nothing else had any inkling that I had anything to do with it. And I even told the unemployment judge, I'm like, look, I was a manager for this company too. I know how this works. I know signing the write-up is not saying that the write-up's correct. It's acknowledging that I'm aware of its existence. There's a reason my name is not on any of that fucking paperwork. I'm like, he wrote all of that shit up after he fired me so he could prove that I didn't deserve my 3 weeks of unemployment because I went out and got another job right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is bullshit. This is being petty because he doesn't like me. That's all this is. And yeah, it was a whole thing.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Yay, employment.
I gotta admit, I could have handled it a little better because I did mention to him, I'm like, dude, you better hope I don't ever see you in public.
Hey, it wasn't on the record. It wasn't on the record.
No, it was walking out of the court, actually.
There you go. Oh, I sneezed. I'm sorry. I had a tickle in my throat.
Asshole. Cunt rag. Yeah. But anyhow, so other than this is just going to be fun chit chatting and gabbing like it's like any other time we just decide to chit chat and gab. Any thoughts on the current state of affairs in the world? Because I saw something earlier today that just popped into my head. I don't know why. Just saying cunt rag made me think of this, but it did.
What'd he do now?
No. This is a. I saw a little article saying that AOC's district in New York right now is basically a third world country.
Whoa.
Because they have like all these undocumented migrants out on the street selling food and clothes in little stands all through her entire district. And
holy shit,
I think it's like I said, I don't know why the word cunt rag would have triggered that particular thought, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with who it's about. It's just circumstantial or coincidental.
Oh, total coincidence.
So what do you guys think of the open air markets that are being set up on the streets in New York? Because
I came across a TikTok a couple days ago, and it was a lady in Colorado, in Denver, and I think it was Denver, Colorado, and she said their mayor or the governor of the state came to them in the city, and she was like, they want us to open our homes because there's so many immigrants and migrants like in our area that they don't have housing for. They're running out of housing for them, so they want them to come and stay with us. Then I ran into another TikTok where somebody said that the husbands were selling their wives for $20 at the Home Depot down the road to make money.
Selling them for like
sex
sexual favors or
sex.
like
the husbands were selling their wives to make money at the Home Depot.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do at Home Depot.
Yeah, no, that's
not the right kind of woodworking that they were asking about.
It gives laying pipe a whole new.
She's one hell of a plumber, let me tell you.
She cleaned the pipes. Yes,
right. But
no, I need somebody to do tile.
Not Kyle. Kyle. Who is Kyle? My wife will suck him. She's very good.
So my wife.
No, don't lay Kyle. Lay Tile. Who is this Tile?
You know what though? If they used it properly, they could take the wives home and clean their house for $20.
That's what I was thinking. I'd be like, what?
Look, my dog pissed on the
$20? Yeah, yeah, $20. Come on, let's go.
Yep.
My dog pissed in the spot on the carpet. I can't get the stand out. Maybe you could figure something out. There's $20 and a Big Mac in it for you if you get
washing windows. I mean,
Trabajo. This is my kink. Come on.
Well, what are you gonna do? I'll watch Sports Center. Yeah, play Xbox.
I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, watch porn. I don't know.
Oh, that's horrible.
I didn't see that article though that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, no, I just seen it this morning. Trying to find it because that would be interesting.
It's oh God, it's becoming too much. We're getting forced out of our homes.
And no part in this lifetime will I ever open my home to total strangers.
No.
Yeah, no, I have family I won't let into my house.
Yeah. If I'm not letting my own blood in my house, I'll be damned if I'm letting these people in.
Yeah,
I should have sent you that TikTok. I might no, I don't think I did.
I honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked at my TikTok. I'm so bad at that one particular app where it's just like I forget it's there. I've literally posted a TikTok.
Well, soon it might not be there anymore.
That's what I was gonna bring up too.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. I think that is utterly fucking ridiculous. It's like ridiculous, only bigger.
I like it.
Bump. Yeah, no, I mean, I see so many problems with this bill, primarily because of the wording and the fact that I really don't think we need to be giving whoever's in the White House any more fucking authority or power than they already have.
They have too much already.
Yeah, and seeing as the terms of the bill said at the discretion of the president, it's like, well, first off, with this president, it's not his discretion; it's whoever's.
First of all, he can't even probably spell TikTok.
That corn pop was a bad dude. And...
No, man. I think that they're hiding something else under the radar.
You think?
Oh no, I think they're going to use it to go after X or the artist formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
No, I think that the reason why they're making such an uproar about TikTok being banned is because there's something else going on.
Oh yeah, no, it's always a distraction.
Didn't they try and ban TikTok 4 years ago when Obama was leaving and we had another?
Well, no, Trump tried. No, Trump tried to ban it. Yeah.
Yeah, Trump.
And they didn't want to get behind it.
Right, but there was a what was it? Was it a medical thing? It was they were doing something with another bill that they were trying to slide under the radar and made this big hullabaloo about TikTok being banned, and everybody on TikTok was like, "You can't do that. This is freedom of speech." And they got that bill in, or
how else are we going to badmouth white people? Damn it! I need to dance for Ukraine.
I need to do the stanky leg for Iran. I need to dance for Ukraine.
If we don't have TikTok, how will we spread awareness about gay, trans, bisexuals in Nigeria that are being lobotomized in the name of white people?
Give them their litter boxes, goddammit.
Oh my god.
My kid identifies as a dog. Somebody got mad because I had him spayed. Like,
how was he supposed to buy his new pair of cat ear headphones?
Oh Lord, speaking of people that identify as animals, so I'm sure you guys have seen the video of that woman that talks about my son identifies as a cat, and if he thinks he's a cat, I should be able to take him to the vet. And yeah, I just would like to go on record as saying I would be more than happy to treat that woman and her child both as cats. I'm going to put them in a burlap sack and throw them in the fucking river. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I seen that one. That one was absolutely redonkulous. That was What in the actual fuck?
Put them in a cardboard box and sell them for free outside of a Kroger.
Nobody would want them. Nobody would want them.
Yeah,
Or
no.
like the guy that we got Lucy from. Can you take this?
Just walk into a pet
I
store.
can't have this thing anymore. Can you have? You want it?
You guys want this thing?
I can't have this. You can have it. Just take it.
My wife won't let me keep
Yeah.
it.
My wife says if I keep this, then I can't live there too. And I don't really want him anyway.
Oh Lord.
You think they're gonna have a section of the humane societies around that has like
Kentucky Human Society.
Oh my god, did I send you that Instagram video of the transgendered that is a wolf?
No, I don't believe I've seen that.
I'm gonna try and find it tonight and send it to you. It is hilarious, and the comments are fucking gold.
Oh, that's the comment section is the entire reason I'm never gonna see heaven.
Oh, it's the one with the ambulance. The one where woo, and he said he now he went from identifying as a wolf to an ambulance.
Did this? I never saw this.
Yes, I showed you the comments. Oh my god, it was the one where the comment, I literally laid in bed and was laughing so hard, P was like, I was
You were laugh farting too.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a transgendered male to female who then identifies as a wolf at the same time, and it's an awful howl. And this person goes, they identified as a wolf, and now she identifies as an ambulance.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm gonna find it. I'll do it after that.
My dad told me that there's a house in his, where his friend Jeff lives.
Yeah.
With the house with the wood fence across the street.
Yeah.
That person is a cat now.
Oh Jesus.
And he goes, I drove by one day and I just saw this person dressed as a cat taking a shit in the front yard. Like, what the hell is happening? This is small town, like everybody knows everybody, Kentucky. Why is this happening here? That person's from Louisville.
Oh, yes.
The mind virus. That's what it is.
There's a person dressed as a cat taking a shit in the grass. It's like, what is
That's why my petunias have been dying.
I hate that I wasn't with him when this happened.
I love your dad when it comes to that.
He's just a guy in a cat suit taking a shit in the front yard. I didn't know what's going on.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
that's yeah. I have honestly, I mean, and I live close enough to Chicago where you'd think there'd be some overflow, of like weirdness that makes its way out here. I really haven't had to deal with too much of that stuff. Now, yet, yeah, that's the key word.
I'm here,
but the like on the other hand, I also tend to avoid places that people like that like to congregate. I don't go to the mall. I don't hang out in the court.
Because they're shitting in the fountain.
It's a hot topic.
I wanted to throw a penny in and make a wish. This is dog man taking a piss in the water,
drinking it.
I was just saying, there's somebody next to him going.
Yeah, he's.
You walk into the bathroom and you see somebody on their hands and knees, and you hear, and they're licking up the toilet water.
He identifies.
Yeah, no, there was a time when you saw somebody on their hands and knees in a stall, you assume something dirty was going on, or they were puking.
Oh, Joey's
now I'm just thinking they might be thirsty. If I see a tail, I swear to God.
Just walk in with a rolled up newspaper. Hey, get out of that.
Hey, no. I'm actually thinking I should add that to my EDC list, just to roll up a newspaper and stick it in my belt, so I just have it with me.
That's your concealed carry.
No, it's bad.
New York Times.
It's a TV guide.
Oh,
phone book.
Yeah,
phone book.
I'm not saying that certain people need to be hit with a phone book, but what I am saying is
some people need to be hit with.
Some people need to be hit with a phone book.
I'm saying it, but I'm not saying it. Like, I get it.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I understand.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I am saying I get it when it happens. I'm not mad.
We all knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's very important to make sure people are handled properly and receive the proper care. And one of the things that we've been negligent in this country in is having the proper care to tell people, No. Bad.
But you don't tell them no. That's you tell them.
No, you don't tell them no. I tell them they are fucking retards.
Dog
And-
man, fuck you. Stop.
Like, hey, you, come here. You know what? Sticking
Rub
in
their
a butt
nose in
plug
it.
with a tail on it in does not make you a fucking cat. It makes you into ass play, and that's okay. We're not shaming. It's just, let's be realistic here, fucko. You're not a cat. You only have 2 nipples, or maybe 3. You're not a cat.
That's not a nipple. That's just a mole.
Well, remember triple nipple at the haunted house?
Yeah.
He did have 3 nipples.
Oh yeah, that guy.
It was weird.
Was that the dude with the hand?
No. The dude with the hand was the midget, who was very, very
His
strange.
girlfriend. He convinced her that she was a dog.
Locked her in a kennel at night to sleep.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Mhm.
Because I've spent the night in a kennel before. It's really not all that comfortable.
No.
Unless she was of a smaller stature, I guess, maybe.
Nope.
I just
used
was
to get one
drunk.
when I was a
So,
kid.
Yeah.
To
I think
get
we
one
all
of-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a baby.
well, no, that's a different story. But
Yeah.
no, I'm saying when I was like 22, I was at a house party and might have overindulged a little bit, and I was like, that big comfy dog bed looks comfy, and yeah,
Better than sleeping on the floor.
right. And then,
With
but
the couch
then
cushion as a blanket.
the next morning, I was my legs were like asleep from hanging out of the cage all night. Just hit the pressure just right, and the dog was like laying on top of my head, like brown eye right in my face. I was just, I'm like,
More
what
than
the hell? What did I do last night? Jesus Christ!
Oh, not again. I better go wash my hands, brush my teeth before I head out.
You said something about tails and butt plugs. We should totally go to a con and make that a game. How many tails you can pull?
Well, see,
If you hear a pop, take a drink.
I know a couple people who have like they have an ambition to do that to somebody. Like, I'm going to run up and grab the tail and I'm going to pull it. Now, the thing is, these people that I know, I can tell in a lot of ways they're very vanilla because they don't know what happens when you yank a butt plug really hard. So it works like a plunger. Now, I'm not saying this is like a personal experience thing or anything like that. I'm just saying it's kind of like being in the front row at a Gallagher concert. You know, it's
It's like going. It's like have
You're
you
in
ever
the
been to a
splash
Guar
zone.
concert before? Have you ever seen Guar live?
What is the
actually I have.
Nice.
Oh, Fago at
Yeah.
ICP. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Guar and ICP in the same concert. I shit you not. Guar opened for the Insane Clown Posse in a concert in
I didn't see
Milwaukee
that.
in
Does
like
the Juggalo Fest or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called every
that's right.
year.
yeah, this was before that all started. This was like
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was like 98, 99.
Oh, that's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I got so coated in various fluids and shit at this show that my shirt literally fell apart off of my body.
Oh God.
Some drunk bitch tripped, grabbed the front of my shirt, and it just went and just
Tony Stark.
yeah, and it was just like. Now, fortunately, at the time, I was comfortable having my shirt off in public, so the old days.
That just reminds me of Lexington Comic Con last year when we told Jeff, "Hey Jeff," because he
Oh, we
had
tried to
no
get
idea
Jeff.
when we tried to get Jeff to pull the tail.
Jeff, almost- Jeff, pull it. No, come on. You're strong. You have muscles. You can make it worth our while.
It'd be hilarious
Let me go buy a poncho real quick.
for me, not you.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of bummed because I really actually planned on crashing that con. Or no, wait, that was the podcast. The podcast one. I was going to just randomly show up, but then unfortunate expense happened, and I was like, well, I really can't justify $100 worth of gas to drive to Louisville and back for one day of fucking around.
Well, there's Indie PopCon
Yeah,
in
well-
Indianapolis at the end of April. We're
Yeah.
gonna be there. We're
In
gonna
Indianapolis.
intro. We're gonna put our podcast name into the hat for podcast awards.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah. And then there's the one in Louisville in August.
Yep.
So if you ever decide you want to go, let me know.
Oh well, for sure. But then it's more fun if I just turn up and be like, "Hey, what you doing?" I have a bullhorn.
You're walking through the Comic-Con floor and you just hear, Aaron's here. Oh, Aaron showed up. Let's go. Follow the screams.
What's that screaming? What's going on? Is it a shooter? No, it's some guy in a poncho pulling tails.
So we hear over the radio security, there's a guy in a poncho pulling out tails.
And then you can play the game of guess the noise. Is it an uwu cry or an Aztec death whistle? What sound will they make? And by they, I mean that one person.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's
Oh
the
no.
Can't breathe.
Yeah. Or,
Oh my god.
little Marvin Gaye button. Now what?
Shauna's gonna walk in. What are you playing with in here?
No, she's not. She knows I'm just playing with my buttons.
Hey, somebody.
Yeah, that's a. So anyway, on a less likely to get me lit on fire conversation.
Oh. I was also going to mention, if you don't have anything,
What?
I was going to mention I seen on TikTok where in France the farmers are starting to like build walls.
Oh
around
yeah,
the
no,
capital.
that's been going on for a couple of weeks now. That
Has
Are they,
it?
are they locking their government into the building?
yeah, no, they're starting to like seriously like Castro Montiago stonewalling these motherfuckers into their offices.
take
It's
back-
amazing.
I take back every derogatory statement I have ever used against the country of France.
That's
I
gonna be
don't because that applies to the politicians. These guys are fucking hardcore. They're La
Well, I was
Revolution.
speaking of-
This is
of France as in general.
a hole
Yeah, a whole.
because it
Yeah.
is a hole.
Yeah.
well,
There's a-
but no,
It's like
it's
a
up to like
biotech
16
Europe.
countries now. It's like France, Belgium, Spain, the Netherlands. It's
Stole
like
the
the
farmers?
farmers are just like they're done. They're like, you guys are trying to kill our livelihood. Fuck you, fuck your green agenda. They're
Mhm.
spraying manure into the government facilities. They're like dropping hay bales in the middle of the road and lighting them on fire. And for those of y'all that don't know, a hay bale can weigh anywhere from 300 to 1,100 fucking pounds. So
Uh-huh.
it's not something that somebody's just going to come out and go, hey, that's on fire. Let me shove it out of the road.
My dad used to have to sling hay when he was a kid.
Yeah. So that's why the older generation ain't to be fucked with.
Uh-huh.
And you got them old people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Angry. How dare you get rid of Matlock?
God damn it! Who moved the early bird dinner to 4:30? I got shit to do.
I go to bed at 6 o'clock.
I gotta watch the wheel. Wonder what Vanna's gonna be wearing today. She's still a fine looking lady.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, for being 73 or whatever the fuck she is.
Is she really? Oh, I
Mhm.
didn't know she was that old.
Dude, Vanna was in like her 30s when I was like 12. So, yeah, bro.
She still got it too. Impressive.
Yeah.
Could be worse though. She could look like Joy Behar or Kathy Griffin or
Oh.
one of those
Oh.
Sanderson sister looking motherfuckers.
Sanderson sisters.
That's not fair to the Sanderson sisters.
you. Thank you. What was your take on Ireland's did you see that a couple weeks ago about Ireland?
Which
They're getting tired of the migrants as well.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally I am like about time. Guys spent the last 30 years killing each other over some religious nonsense, but you're letting your country be just taken over by people who want to kill you.
And today is St. Patty's Day, so now you've got a bunch of drunk, angry,
Irishman.
haymaker throwing Irishmen.
Yeah, I would be okay with a news article saying there was some shit going on in the Emerald Isles these days.
I want to join the party. I'm gonna buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, I
right
was gonna
now.
say I think I got enough money left on one of my credit cards. I could probably make it.
Do you think it's a test? Do you think that they're kind of like testing it out first, and then like seeing how well it goes over? Or do you
No,
think
it's been
legit?
well. That's the thing is this has been building up for several years at this point, where most of Europe has had very lax border control and very lax immigration policies, and you've got all these guys coming from like Africa and the Middle East and even the Near East, Eastern countries, all the different stands and all that stuff, where they're, and I hate to say this, not because I'm concerned that anybody's going to hear what I have to fucking say about this, because I've said it before, but it is primarily people, of the Muslim faith, and they're not coming to assimilate because there are, like every other religion, there are goods and bad things about the Muslim religion. And Islam in general, it has good parts and it has bad parts, but overall, there are a lot of tenets, depending on which and again, it also depends on which version of the story you're picking up, but
Right.
these are not like peaceful, integrating motherfuckers. They're not coming from melting pot assimilation to move to a country that's better than the shithole they left and embrace the better country's way of life. They're coming to bring the shithole mentality to the places that still have resources left to be turned into a shithole.
Yeah.
So, I think what we're seeing is the cumulative effect of all these people that were so afraid of being labeled as an ist or a phobe, realizing the harsh realities of the fact that these people are not coming here to better their lives. They're coming here to replace you and take what you have because you don't have the wherewithal and the fortitude to stand up and keep your shit. Now, in the case of Ireland, that's historically not necessarily the best bunch to fuck with. There's always that line in the sand, but there's a reason, like, they were fighting the English for 500 fucking years.
Yeah.
And they weren't always making real good headway, but they never fucking quit. And even though between, woke culture, cancel culture, all the other nonsense, the PC bullshit that's creeping in there, somewhere down in that genetic code is still some angry motherfucker that wants to put on a kilt and smash somebody in the head with a fucking mace,
Let's fucking go, baby.
Yes, and I'm saying that as someone who has a fairly significant amount of Scottish heritage, so I was actually thinking about this the other day because, again, just when I'm at work, sometimes my mind wanders.
Same.
Like, when I'm doing actual work, it's one thing, but when I'm doing, like, cleaning and shit, which is part of my job, I don't have to be thinking about what I'm doing. That's just automatic, so.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about some stuff, and it's like, my family background, there's a little confusion in some of the parts and things like that. Like, I've never done a 23andMe or an Ancestry or anything, but I know, like, on my mom's side of the family, it's like Scottish, German, Dutch, and dad's side of the family, the guy looks like fucking Thor. So, so ultimately, like, my whole background is all these, like, because the Celts were, like, descendants of Vikings, too. So, I'm like, I have a whole family history of angry motherfuckers. It explains a lot.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
So, yeah, and like I said, that's why I say there's that genetic imperative rolling around in there. Somebody just wants to smash somebody with a hammer or use a battle axe. And now, me personally, I want to get a couple of throwing tomahawks. Set up a little range in the backyard. I got the room. I actually got this really cool pallet I found at work one day. It's like it's a small pallet. It's not like a full-size pallet, and there's no space between the slats. It's a solid flat board. And I was like, this is perfect for a knife-throwing target.
Nice.
So I brought it home, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to paint a silhouette on here, and I'm going to varnish it, and I'm going to get these throwing axes, and I'm going to throw some axes. Shauna's not going to yell at me, because I'm not going to tell her till it's done. And then...
Surprise, honey.
Yeah, hey, look, honey, look what I made. Come home, all the knives are stuck in the crotch on the target. You've been practicing, I see.
You could go get some of those flea market ninja stars too.
Oh, yeah, I could get some of those. See, my problem with those is there's no handle. It's all pointy. And
Yeah.
I know me. So I'm like, yes, ah! Ooh, fuck, that hurt.
Try to throw it, it's gonna like slice your thumb open.
Try and throw it. It's going to cut that little web between my thumb and my hand. You know, it's not going to be a good cut. It's going to be one of those shitty ones that hurts constantly until it's healed. So,
Like a box cut.
yeah. Or like a couple of weeks ago, I fucking took a chunk out of my finger with a cardboard box.
Ah!
Ironically enough, trying to avoid whacking myself with the knife I was using to open the cardboard box. I was slicing because I was unpacking a new dishwasher.
Yeah.
And so I'm using my pocket knife to like slide along the cut here line, you know?
Mhm.
And for some odd reason, there was like something in the cardboard that it kind of snagged on. And I went, motherfucker, and I pushed really hard. And all of a sudden it started sliding through the cardboard like butter again.
Mm.
And I went, oh, my hand's right up on the side of the box. Let me move my hand real quick before the knife gets to it. And I pulled my hand out, and as I was pulling it out, I didn't realize I was on the edge that I'd already cut on the other side of the box. And I just went, and I was like, ah! And then being me, I proceeded to go super glue the skin back together. I'm like, all right, back to work.
Yep.
Got shit to do.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah, man.
a little later, one of my coworkers was like, dude, what's going on with your hand? And I'm like, oh, a cardboard cut. It really fucking hurts. You're bleeding. I'm like, well, the crazy glue only works so good. They changed the formula. It doesn't work like it used to.
Grab the duct tape.
The thing is, I had a glove on, so that's kind of, they noticed that the glove was getting all squishy.
Mm.
Oh well, that's
Yeah, so I'm like, fine, I'll fix it, you big baby. So I take the glove off and wrapped it in paper towel, and then put another glove back on over it. They're just like, what is wrong with you? Like 30 years in a kitchen. What's wrong with you? Giant bitch. No, I didn't call him a giant bitch. I called him a little bitch. There's a huge difference. But yeah, so that's just the way my brain does things.
Of course.
The dumbest way I can hurt myself that will be the least convenient for the longest amount of time is exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why long story longer. That's why no ninja stars.
Gotcha.
See it all.
So
it
it's got to
all
have a
comes
blunt
back
end
around.
somewhere or a
Yeah,
safety.
there has to be a handle. I need a handle. Knives, daggers, axes, hatchets, hammer if I'm really in a bad mood, you know. I'm pretty convinced I could get a hammer to stick. I think I could throw it hard enough.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
You might have to use a carpenter hammer.
Yeah. I've actually already done that one. That was a fun explanation. Why is there a handle sticking out of the wall? Well, obviously because I missed the stud.
I have seen a guy throw a hammer through a wall before.
Yeah.
So have you.
Yeah.
Same dude.
Was
Yeah.
it Thor?
Huh?
Thor?
No. No, but
lot less genetic smarts.
Mm.
A weird fascination with ceiling tiles
Mhm.
and parking lots.
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Making sure parking lots were clean.
His name, they did start with a T though. It was Troy.
Mhm.
Not the Greek one. Not Brad Pitt.
We were building panels
Yeah.
at the haunted house, and we had an assembly line, and he kept fucking nails up. And of course, building haunted houses, unless you have money, you need to save all the resources possible. So he kept
Yeah.
fucking nails up, and
He had special strength.
yeah, he had the strength of the special kind.
Yes, he had that strength. That's
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
that's-
Brute
yeah.
strength. When he gets mad, he can't drive himself to work or live alone.
Mhm. Yeah, I had one of those a long time ago too. It just there's actually a company here that works with placing people that are of diminished capacity and special needs in employment situations and working in the service industry. You know, you can be a little bit and still wash dishes. So we had a guy, lovely young gentleman, just the nicest guy, and he had that strength.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because he couldn't drive or anything, so he always rode his bike.
Yeah.
And
Sweet kid.
yeah, oh, well, yes and no. He was really fond of Shauna.
Oh, maybe a little too fond.
Well, not in the kind of way we used to joke that one of these days he was going to show up and just like, get your ass on the bike. You ain't got a choice at that point. You're done. And this was before we started really dating or anything, because that's how we met. We used to work together, so that was at that job, and we used to kid about that stuff a lot. We were friends at the time, and like I'd give her a ride home from work sometimes and stuff. And at one point, this particular young man came in and he brought her like a ho-ho or something. He's like, here, this is for you, and then he turns around, and he goes, this is for you, and he clocks me in the side of the head with a fucking bottle of soda. Like, boom! And I was like, and this is not like doughy Aaron. This is bouncer Aaron, who's used to getting hit in the head with shit. And he clocked me with a fucking bottle of Coke, and it was only like half full too. It wasn't even a full bottle of Coke, and he rang the shit out of my bell. I was like, bong, and this was like while we were on lunch break, so all my coworkers are sitting around, and there's. and he did that like nonchalantly as he's walking out the door. So he's gone, and they're like, damn, Vince fucked you up. You better stay away from his woman, man. I'm like, that was just like, Jesus Christ.
He probably learned it from watching John Cena.
Or something. I don't know what he learned it from, but
they love John Cena, man.
Yeah. Although I don't know. I was thinking cartoons, but John Cena tracks, but yeah, no, he knocked the shit out of me with this fucking half drank bottle of Coke, and like just walked off like nothing happened. And they're like, and then I got coworkers like, dude, what are you gonna do? What the fuck can I do? It's not like I can catch him outside and I'm like, I can't beat the special needs employee's ass in the parking lot.
That is frowned upon.
There's no way where I come off looking good in that situation, and I'm not sure I could take him. This was like peak fighting condition Aaron, and I still was just like, I don't know. No. I'm gonna let this one slide. And they're like, well, you're gonna go tell a boss? And I'm like, no, snitches get stitches. And I don't want to hear that bike tire squeaking outside my window at 8:00 in the morning or something either.
The sound of a baseball card flapping on the
spokes.
Yep. Fucking Coke bottle shoved in the back wheel.
He always keeps that thing on him.
Yep. Just drive by Coke bottles thrown at my door into my apartment in the morning.
Don't you forget it.
Ain't this some shit? But yeah, no, the crazy strength is always
yeah.
And the worst part is the one coworker that we had, it was just dude brought this shit up like every day for like the next 3 months. Like, better be careful. He's gonna see you talking to his woman. I'm like, yeah, well, she's got to get home from work some goddamn how.
And not on the back of a bike.
Her car's in the shop, and she ain't riding the back of the bike. Because that was just kind of how it worked out for a while. Shauna didn't have a car, so I was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride home. You're okay. You're my friend. I'll be nice.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
My friend.
And then I had to tell her, I'm like, I don't know if I can give you a ride to home anymore. I'm scared of Vince. He's like, I thought you weren't scared of anybody.
Vince is a different story.
Vince is a different story. He's not a somebody. He's one of them's.
Scary. He's a scary.
Well, like I said, my biggest block on the whole thing is it's not like it would ever be a fair fight, because and not even like this whole strength thing, but it's like, even if I won, I still come out looking like the bad guy. It's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm really sad that you haven't used Fuck Muppet at all this episode.
Oh my God, you're right. I haven't.
No.
Let's talk about Joe Biden real quick.
Got Lana. I got hairy legs.
Wait, was that Joe Biden or was that me after a case of beers?
A little from column A. I got hairy legs, and the kids like to rub them.
When I was putting price tags on the grocery store.
Yeah. No, actually, I honestly think I've just been reserving Fuck Muppet just for JB these days.
Yeah.
And he's been unusually tame these last couple of weeks.
Even for himself.
Even for again, that fat jelly-filled Fuck Muppet shit-stained cunt lick of a fucking governor. And I do need to be careful because I could see like the Illinois State Police showing up like, yeah, hi, were you saying on your little podcast that has 75 listeners that these hands are rated E for everybody and JB can catch them the next time you see him in the streets? Yeah, that sounds like something I said, because what I'm going to do, fucking lie? Like, yeah, no. It's on.
With his hands and we'll shake.
You tell him it's on site. I swear to God. I ain't scared.
Well, he's outside right now waiting for you. Oh, good.
Good. Yeah,
Is it Christmas?
I'm fat. He's fat. This will be fair. You guys stay out of here. I got a jar of Crisco in the garage saved specifically for this reason.
And a pink and black raccoon tail.
That's going in. That's not coming out. Yeah. Woo! That's the noise. That's what Daddy was looking for.
Woo.
Woo.
Woo!
Gunnar just screamed from the other room, Mom, shut up!
The guys can hear you, Mom.
You gotta.
Oh my God, weebs.
Yeah. I actually think I might steal a couple of those sound bites from those couple of episodes. Because that's one thing I've been doing too, trying to utilize this equipment properly, trying to get ready for the concept of the live show that I want to do. Because I do want to have buttons and be like, ooh, I
Got Lana. I got hairy legs.
And,
Do not come.
I'm going to come.
I love it. Yeah,
And then you gotta have a beat drop or a metal song or something.
Yeah, I'm looking for a good beat drop to put in there, but anyway, yeah, record scratch.
Terrorists win. I'm going to say the N-word.
Yep, actually, I was doing that the other day at work. Not actually saying the N-word. I was walking around, I'm gonna say the N-word. And, what? I'm like, nah, it's just a stupid viral video clip thing that's stuck in my head. Just ignore me. You don't need to know. No. That's. Although interestingly enough, there's a very real chance this may wind up on at least one coworker's radar because of one of the guys I work with who I would actually consider more of a friend than a coworker at this point. Good dude. He was asking me about the show on Friday, and I was just like, "You sure? I suppose I could tell you. Like, you sure you want to?" I'm like, I don't really talk about my show too much at work. I like being employed. You sure?
Well, your supervisor knows.
Oh, yeah,
She's cool as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, like, a lot of people know at my job. I just don't think anybody listens. I hope. I mean, if they do, cool. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you at the office on Monday. I'll be making lunch. We'll be having actually no, this will be coming out after Monday. So never mind. We had lunch. It was delicious. We had corned beef sandwiches.
Yum.
Yeah, I might have gone a little overboard on Friday. So
That's okay.
I did like 60 pounds of corn. Well, no, that's a lie. I did 30 pounds of corned beef and 30 pounds of pastrami because I turned some of the corned beef into pastrami's because I can.
I was gonna say because you can.
Because I can, and that's actually one of the recipes things I'm going to be trying to bring out in my seasoning line that I'm trying to get launched.
Okay.
That's my little side hustle I've been working on. It's not quite ready
one?
yet, but it's going to be coming out. It's going to be tied into the show. I got there's going to be a meat rub. It's going to be called I Had to Rub It. I'm still working on
my meat.
Yeah, exactly. I had to rub my meat. There's going to be seafood one. Like I had to boil it. I'm
Just
still.
combine it all into one thing and call it. I had to cook it.
Well, that could be the name of the line overall, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to come up with more dirty sounding names. I got a jerk seasoning, so it's I had to jerk it.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. There's a poultry one that I had to bird it, or maybe I had to. I'm trying to figure out something good for bird or poultry.
I had to choke the chicken.
Yeah.
Let me work on it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually went there at one point too, but I'm like, it doesn't quite have the right. I don't want because in relation to food, choking is a bad thing. So
Yeah.
I don't want somebody thinking about choking it. You know, put this poultry in your mouth; it'll be great. That's what I want them to think. And if you choke, just pull back a half inch and relax.
Breathe through the nose.
But so after I was talking to some people as I was looking at this stuff, we're gonna I came up with the idea of putting together this brisket packet, and it's gonna be the pastrami rub and a brine. So you could actually, the brine will be all the dry ingredients. You mix it into water and you use that to brine the meat for like
Nice.
10 to 12 days,
Mm.
and then you take it out, dry it off, and then you rub the rub on it and you smoke it. And then you get amazing ass Aaron's pastrami.
Ooh.
Because when I got a bunch of kind of meat snob people at my job telling me that this is some of the best pastrami they ever had, and these are
You
people that like go to New York on a regular basis, I'm like, if my pastrami's hanging out with Katz's Deli and their opinion of how good my pastrami is, I'm doing something fucking right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Excuse me. A little hiccup burp combo. It's not fun. It kind of hurt. It got caught. I hate that shit. Yeah. I lost my train of thought now.
It
Coworkers, pastrami, spice browns. Oh yeah, there's a vegetable blend that I'm calling vegan is word for lousy hunter.
There we go.
They don't all have to tie into the I had to line.
It's Latin.
Vegan is Latin for shitty hunter. Yeah, so that's
that.
interesting. Let's see what else. What?
Lucy's ripping ass.
I figured.
Sure, it's Lucy. Okay, Mike.
Now she smells like apple cinnamon.
Dolly was in here a few minutes ago, but she apparently got frustrated and got up and left. I don't know.
Are always up here with us recording.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Dolly likes to kind of wander back and forth between here and the living room to go out and hang out with Shauna.
Right.
Then she'll do something and get yelled at, or the cat will smack her or whatever, and then she comes back in here by me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because for being literally a sixth of her size, he doesn't take no shit. He's like, "What,
Gotta watch out for them.
bitch? I was here first.
here.
Beat that ass, ho!" My little moose, he's a gangster. It was actually freaking ridiculous. Again, last night while we were doing the after show thing, he just got the fucking wild hair up his ass to go running around the house at one point.
Oh, zoomies.
Yeah, he got the zoomies. Except for his zoomies aren't normal zoomies. His zoomies are weird
Destructive.
zoomies.
Mm.
He might be a little I don't know what flavor autism the cat has, but it might be there.
Lauren.
He identifies as a person.
He might. I think he talks a lot of shit. He will come in the room and yell at me until I figure out what he wants. Rah, rah. But no, so he gets the zoomies last night at like frickin' 1 a.m. and he's just hauling ass around the house, running around. And we have laminate floors, right?
Yeah.
So he can't get real good traction when he tries to corner.
Yeah.
But he has figured that out, and he drifts. The cat drifts when he runs now. You will see him turn sideways and like plan and come out right where he wants to stop and keep going. And I'm like, this is actually kind of impressive. It's kind of slick. And he's also figured out that if he hits the area rugs in the living room just right, they'll stop him. And I've
Yeah.
seen him do it. Like he power slides into him and he's like, ugh, what up? So he's doing that last night, and he comes in, hits the power slide, hits the rug, stops up on his back legs, decks the dog, goes back down and takes off. I was like, and the dog was sleeping next to me. So she's just, what the fuck was that? I'm like, dude, you just got drive-by pimp slapped by the cat. She's like, he's such a dick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know, sweet girl. It's okay. And he's all like, maybe 12 pounds. Dog's like 66. I'm like, Jesus Christ. She takes dumps bigger than you, cat. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, nope. She's just very well and truly like. It's kind of funny. Every now and then she'll get him back. Like he'll be sleeping on the couch or whatever. She'll just come up like, no, I want this blanket now. Plop. And he's like, get this fat bitch off me. But all right, my brain just skipped another groove. Anything else you guys got?
I got nothing.
Say
Got
because I don't want to keep you guys too late because like I said, I know it's Sunday night. Tomorrow's Monday and fuck Monday.
Got to get the boy ready for a shower.
Yeah, he hasn't had a shower since Thursday, so.
Yeah.
I'm not judging them at all. I'm not saying I haven't had a shower since Thursday, but
I already took one.
probably a little ripe. I did have a shower Friday.
Okay.
I think I did.
Well, I mean,
I did. I got home from work.
no, technically, I guess I had. I was going to say technically I had two, but no, the other one technically would have been Saturday morning because it was like 1 a.m. So,
Yeah.
like I said, sometimes you get home a little later than you plan on.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get yelled at for not coming home when you were supposed to.
I don't get yelled
Then
at.
your offering of Girl Scout cookies gets ignored.
Oh, trying to appease the goddess.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting told I'm an asshole and like, yeah, I know. I said I'd be home by 8. It's midnight, but
Work happens.
yeah, it was work. That's it. Yeah. And Burger King.
Yes. Work.
Mine's always work.
Well, I mean, it's work adjacent. I was with people from work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, we had a St. Patrick's Day thing on Friday, so
Well, there you go.
we started. I had the food out at like 12:15ish, and like I said, I got home. I got home around midnight, so
You had to clean up?
I did have to clean up.
See?
And then we went to the bar. Well, I mean, you don't want to always be the antisocial one.
Then you're the weirdo.
Got to build a little goodwill every once in a while. Like, yeah, I'll come out for one. And unfortunately, apparently, I lack the capacity to have a drink at the bar.
I get it.
Because, it's just like, oh, look, another drink's here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to be rude. Let me finish that.
All right.
Oh, look, somebody filled up my glass again. You guys want to do like an outro plug? Kind of just, I know we did it in the intro, like the link tree and all that stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, just check us out. Hit up our link tree. It's in our Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, bio.
Mm-hmm.
All of our listening platforms are there.
Merch store.
Patreon. Our ad-free taproom radio that we sometimes do.
But the radio station is up 24/7, so you get a plethora of different types of music.
Yeah, you can listen to it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And there's music for all tastes in there.
Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, that's about all we have in there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you
And
for
I will
having us
put the links in the show notes for any of you guys. Now, I have in the past said, go listen to the Gray's Tap Room. If you haven't, you're missing out. I'm not saying that just because they're here. I mean, you guys can go listen. I don't have to justify myself, God damn it. But, I mean, you guys listen to the show sometimes. You know that I do.
Oh, I listen to it every week.
Yeah.
Aw. Give me the warm and fuzzies.
Good.
You've got at least 2 downloads here.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Well, but all right, between the three of us, that's 3 downloads. Actually, I don't think my downloads count because I listen on Spotify, and so it knows it's me listening to me. I wonder if that counts because
no, it counts.
Yeah, it counts.
Oh,
It should
okay.
count.
I say because I'm off my network because when the episode posts, I'm usually at the gym, and honestly, I don't even listen to myself on purpose. It's just I followed myself so I'd have a follower, and so it just pops up in my Spotify feed. Now, the funny thing is, certain shows who I have subscribed to their Patreon and listen to the episodes when they come out on Patreon so I can listen to them early normally. Not naming names, but I haven't unsubscribed from them on Spotify either, so I wind up listening to it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I catch myself laughing early because I know the joke's coming. Because apparently my brain just goes, I know what they're going to say next. That's funny. So, yeah. So that's what I think everybody should do. Go listen, go sign up for the Patreon. If you're not signed up for my Patreon, I don't blame you, but go sign up for Gray's Patreon. You actually get shit for it. Whereas mine, I'm trying to be better. I do have another bonus episode coming out.
Nice.
And there's the clown story.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today and coming in and talking to me,
man.
Oh, anytime. I mean that. I know I'm terrible about doing. Like I said, we've been doing this for like 2 years. We're like, yeah, we got to get together and record an episode. And you guys have had me on a couple of times,
Several,
4
yeah.
or 5 times. I'm not a lot of times. I mean, but yeah. And I guess for now, I'll just say that's what we had to say.